Welcome back to my channel. It is red carpet season, and you know what that means. Ultra glam, ultra big dresses, fancy dresses, and awesome makeup. Now, they kicked off the red carpet season with the Golden Globes, and I noticed everyone had, like, it was all about the skin, basically. So it was clean skin, more on the neutral side of makeup, au natural, if you will. Mauve lips, some did some vampy lips, but mostly everybody, like Sofia Vergara, like everybody who had on big, bold dresses, did the au natural thing. So I decided to do a makeup look for everybody that really wanted to get into the red carpet season spirit and do some au natural makeup. So I'm going to stop talking and get right into the tutorial. Enjoy! So for a face primer, I'm going to be using Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer, and this is going to go all over my face to give us a smooth canvas to work with. For eyeshadow primer, I'm going to be using Too Faced Shadow Insurance, and this is going to go all over my eyelids and on the underside of my eye as well. Next up, I'm going to be using MAC Matte. I'm going to place this in places that I think I'm going to get oily at all. If you want to stay a little bit extra matte, you just pat this on to wherever you need it. To fill in my pores, I'm going to be using Better Fit Porefessional. This is going to give me that flawless look in the areas that my pores are enlarged, so that is my T-zone. Next up, I'm going to be using Makeup Forever's Face and Body because I need this to look like skin. And I also am going to use Makeup Forever's Full Coverage Concealer just to help with covering up any blemishes that I have. Spraying my brush with MAC Fix Plus to get it going. I'm going to mix the foundation and concealer together and just spread this all over my face, just buffing it in to areas that I know I need more coverage. This is going to do a great job of evening out my skin tone and making my skin look like skin. So it's going to be like my skin, but better. Taking a napkin that I split in two, I'm going to soak up any excess foundation off of my face. Now going back in with my finger, I'm just going to go and correct certain areas with the Makeup Forever Full Cover Concealer. To get started on my eyes, I'm using MAC Soft Brown and my Sigma E40 blending brush, and this color is going to be my transition color. So I'm taking this into the crease and a smidget upward above the crease. MAC's Deep Dark Brunette Fluidline, I'm going to start work on my brows. Now I noticed everyone's brows were basically au natural, so no one had really defined brows. So I'm going to try and mimic that here. For my lid color, I'm going to be using MAC's Exposed and my Sonia Kashuk small eyeshadow brush. I chose this color because this color is the closest to my natural skin color, and that's what we're going to go for with that lid color. Next, I'm going to be using MAC's Embark and the Sigma E25 blending brush. The link for these are down in the description, by the way. I'm just lightly placing this color in my crease. Very, very lightly, like I'm using the slightest pressure to blend this color into the crease, making sure that most of the concentration is in the outer V area. Now to make sure there are no harsh lines, I'm going back in with my Sigma E40 blending brush and just blending everything together. Now I'm going to be using MAC's Jest eyeshadow and the MAC 242 brush, and I'm going to pat this color just in the center of my eyelid, and I'm going to blend it out using my Sigma small eyeshadow brush that I used earlier with no extra product on it. for highlight, I'm using my favorite highlight. This is MAC Arena, and I'm using a small concealer brush that I put the product on, wiped it off a little bit, and now I'm placing the color directly on my brow bone. I don't want this to be too strong of a highlight color, so I'm just lightly placing this color. Now going back with MAC's Embark and the Sigma E15 flat definer brush, I'm going to place a dark color just on the outer edge of my lower lash line, just to give us some definition in that area. Now going back in with MAC's Exposed, I'm taking my Sigma E30 pencil brush, and I am just smudging this color all on the bottom of my lower lash line. To brighten up the inner eye area, I'm going back in with MAC's Jest eyeshadow and a small definer brush, and I'm just going to pat this color in my tear duct area just to brighten up the eyes. And to make sure everything is blended again, I'm going back in with my Sigma E30 pencil brush with no added product on top of it. To highlight, I'm going to be using the Kevyn Aucoin, the Sensual Skin Enhancer in number 13. This is going to go in any areas that I need highlighted, that the light, naturally hits. So I'm going to place this just a little bit. You don't need a lot of this stuff. I'm going to place it where I need it, and then I'm going to buff it out, blend it out with my Beauty Blender. And then I'm going to set it with my MAC Prep and Prime Transparent Finishing Powder. I love this powder. This powder does not give me a white cast in flash photography, so I'm just going to set that Kevyn Aucoin product with that powder. To set the rest of my face, I'm using Revlon's Nearly Naked Pressed Powder in dark, and I'm going to be using a powder puff to set any other areas that didn't get set already. To add some dimension to my face or lightly contour, I'm going to be using the Inglot pressed powder in like a dark shade. It doesn't have a number, and I'm going to be using my Real Techniques contour brush to do so. I'm lightly contouring, very, very lightly, just to add back some color and dimension in the face. For blush, I'm going to be using Sleek's Sunrise blush. This is a beautiful rose gold colored blush. I'm not going to be using a lot of this, just a little bit to bring some color back into the face, but also some sheen to the skin. For an added glow, I'm going to be using MAC's Magnetic Appeal Extra Dimension Skinfinish and my MAC 159 brush. I'm just going to place this in the areas that I need a little bit more of a highlight. Now to make sure everything is perfection, I'm going to be using a dense powder brush and just going to buff everything together and make sure there are no harsh lines. To make sure that my brows do not move, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel just to make sure that they stay in place. to define my eyes a little bit more, I'm using Revlon's Colorstay liquid liner in black. Now I'm going to make the thinnest line that I possibly can. I don't want a thick winged line, just something really, really thin, because the focus is going to be the eyeshadow and not the winged liner. So very, very thin. Now to get those lashes up and perky, I'm going to go ahead and curl them, and now I'm going to be using the Maybelline Big Eyes Mascara. And this is going to make sure my lashes are curled and lifted for a big, bold eye look. For lashes, I'm going to be using the Ardell Edgy number 405s. I love these because they're full at the ends and then they're more sparse in the front of the lash. Now I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Rapture lipstick. I love this lipstick because it's more on the mauve pink side and it's beautiful for any au natural type of makeup look. Alright you guys, that is it for my red carpet ready makeup tutorial. Don't forget to share this video with friends and family, and I will talk to you guys in another video really soon. Bye!